Hey, I'm James from Finney Electrical, and on today's episode we're doing a bit of fault finding. Let's get into this. $23, did I forget to mention? Woo-hoo-hoo, feeling hot. Right, so into the property now then. So yeah, we've got this lovely property in the sticks near Wetherby. We've got a nice little field full of cows, and the cows have disappeared. Maybe look a fool. They were there. But yeah, so we're just into this property now then. So the tenant's been saying that the electrics keep tripping out. So we're going to look into this then. So this is the first time me seeing this. So see what's going on then. So we've got RCD unit with some MCBs running through that, these running through that. We will test this just to make sure there's not going on, because there's no point us going away just for the sake of like a 2-minute test. And then obviously we notice this RCD's tripped, so there'll be something on that which is causing it to trip. So we'll look into this, and then obviously this RCD's on and these MCBs run through that then. Right, let's see what's going on then. So I'll do is just get out his little tester then, get him all plugged in. Now I'm just going to whip this board off then. So what are we looking at? Cooker, kitchen sockets, heater for bedroom 1 and 3, ground for lighting and garage. So there's an issue on one of them circuits. So it's just bobbing down there then. And what we're going to do then is just look into these then. So, right, we'll do this nice and quick then. So I might even keep you on camera. I wish I made a head mount thing, but then I look stupid, but at least I can have got 2 hands then. But yeah, essentially what we're going to do then, we'll turn off all these. And what we're going to do is get a driver out of pocket, and what I'm going to do is just test from neutral to earth off all these circuits. So we'll pull this out, test it from that cable to earth. If we get a reading over 2 meg or 1 meg, we know it's most likely not that, and then we'll move on to the next one. So clamp on then, so that's on the earth. What we're going to do is just bang it on insulation resistance on 100 volts. So let's just shoot some voltage down it. So there we go, greater than 100. Let's test it. Obviously the RCD's off, and we got 70 meg there. So I think it might be aligned to earth. So let's just test on the outgoing to these then. See if we get out. So greater than 100 for that one. That's the cooker. 56. Keep going. Greater than 100. Greater than 100. This is a lighting. 59. There we go, 0.81, so it's line to earth is the issue. And this cable here, let's follow that one. So it's this cable here, and then if we follow that neutral, that's that neutral for it. So neutral to earth, we're getting, there you go, greater than 100. So it's actually a line to earth fault on this cable here. So let's see what that does then. But we're getting a 0.36, so that'll be the issue. So let's have a look on here. That is garage. So there we go. Quick as that then really. So what we're going to do then is pull that out. We'll test all the other circuits. So we're going to go line to earth and neutral to earth on all these circuits, including this fuse board. Because I've just turned it off, so this clock isn't wearing away and wrecking my video sound. But yeah, we'll test all the other circuits just so at least it gets, we're giving a bit more value for money. And then hopefully we can get access to the garage. So I might have to ring the tenant, but I've seen a cable which is behind my van, which disappears here. There's an armoured cable I see disappear that way. So maybe there's like a floodlight on the back of that with some water in, or something plugged in there like an appliance. But at the moment it's the garage that's causing the RCD to trip. There you go, we're out to the garage now then. So that's that cable coming in. So we haven't got access to this garage yet. I need to ring the tenant, but if you look in there, we've got a little socket with a cable coming in there, and then if you look further up, there's just a fuse spur and a light and a switch. So if you look at this outside light, looks like there's a bit of water damage getting in there. So I bet that's just causing it to trip, line to earth. So I bet with that fuse spur off, like it'll disconnect the line to this and it'll work. So but yeah, we'll try and get access to that shed now. We have access. So then here we go, we're in. So yeah, it's just this socket down here. Don't see how dodgy there. So down to a switch and a light, that's off. So it's probably that's not the issue. But they did say that they don't use that outside light, which is this one. So if we just turn that off for now and see if it clears. If it clears at the fuse board, then we'll just disconnect that cable out and just cap that off then. And then that'll be this job done. Nice and easy fault finding with Finney Electrical. Alright, we're back inside then. So what we're going to do is just get this connected up there. Dropping myself. Right then, so we've got earth on there and then we've got the outgoing. So remember that switch is off in the garage. And we're getting, there we go, greater than 100 mega ohm. So that is job done. So what I'll do is just test all the others. So it's just as easy as, you have to turn your RCD off because you'll still get bad readings. But if we test all those lines together, which is basically going to run through this bus bar and up, with the RCD off, what do we get? 61 megs, so loads. To neutral bar, 71 meg. So yeah, it's well over 2 meg, so those circuits are going to be fine. And we're only testing on 100 volts, so we're not going to kill out. So that can all go back on. So what I'll do is just disconnect that outside light, and then we'll have to quote to replace that. Obviously we've got this board to test, just to make sure everything's hunky-dory. And that's everything then. So that's how we do fault finding. There we go, that's that disconnected now then. So, you'll have to tell me what you think of that fault finding then. So it's a bit, not too bad. So you're basically just making sure you haven't got any links between line and earth, or neutral and earth. So, let me get the door shut. Yeah. No whack. Yeah, there we go. Sound. But yeah, so basically you don't want earth should just sit there, your CPC, circuit protective conductor. And then obviously if anything that's metal, like an outside light, it's got metal components. If there's a fault, it will blow. And with the RCD protection, it will blow a lot sooner than if it was a dead short. So it's a lot safer, the RCD protection. But yeah, so that's what we're doing then. So by setting a voltage down it can measure in the millions of ohms. So compared to, I don't know, like a circuit's resistance could be like 30 ohms or 60 ohms. That's actually measuring from line to earth or neutral to earth in the millions. So you can still pick it up. Even like moisture in the air over a tiny gap, it can read that and give you an actual number. So hopefully this has been interesting then on how to fault find then. So recap then. RCDs, turn the RCD off so you don't have that neutral to earth link, and then we test from earth to neutral bar, and yeah, it was greater than 100. So I forgot what we tested on, and then after that it must have been line to earth. So then we tested with all the MCBs off, so the bus bars weren't linking them all out. We tested all the outgoings to earth. So as easy as that then. So tell me what you think in the comments then, if you would have done that a little bit different. Don't know. But yeah, that's how we do fault finding. Yeah, not a bad job then to end the week then. So I've got a bit of paperwork to do. Got a few quotes for some big jobs coming up. So what have we got on? So big house in York we're doing. So yeah, funny one, they want to pay for the materials, so they could claim the VAT back. So we're just set up them up with an account with the wholesalers. So we're going to get their price, take it off our unit price, and then get that pinged over, and that should kick off in about 2 weeks. So that'd be good. So that'd be a few weeks worth of work for everyone. That'd be nice. And then we got this hotel, phase 2. I think you've seen some of that hotel already. Well, we had Herbie fitting a circular light. No, it will have a... Oh, I'm back, just from walking. Yeah, it was funny though. I went to the doctor's, and the receptionist was Ollie's mum. Hey, she was like, "Oh, I'm Ollie's mum." And I was like, "Oh yeah, flipping it." They look very similar. So that was a small world scenario where you go places and you know people. Yeah, what are the chances of that, eh? So then, oh, that's me done for story time. Oh, I'd love to hear your worst fault finding story. So how long did it take? What did you do to fix it? Did you even fix it? Is any fault finding you've done where you just couldn't find it? And because I hear this, like a lot of people will go, "Oh, we've had about 5 electricians out, none of them could find it. I turn up, find it." But they're like, "Oh yeah, they said it's going to be like £6 grand for a rewire or something." It's like, right. And I'll be there for, I don't know, I think longest fault find were half a day, and we just just started taking up floorboards and found like a joint in the middle of somewhere that did some lighting, something like that. That's probably the hardest one. But yeah, we always find it generally. So there you go. Right then, so if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when we next upload. So as always, have a good one from me, and I'll see you on the next one. Fault finding. This could be the thumbnail.